What's up, people? How you guys doing, man? It's Renal Colleagues. Back with another video, which I'm impressed about, which I'm looking forward to doing. It's Rendell Extreme, back with another video. Here to shoot you quick in my 2 cents on the conference finals finally concluding. Both conference finals officially concluded, and one thing I gotta say to that is it was good NBA finals. I mean, it was good conference finals. Thunder and Warriors put on an excellent series nonetheless. The only reason it's great to see them I want to see the Warriors make it to the finals at least with 73 wins. I mean, it would be a bit of a heartbreaker if the Warriors did get knocked out of the playoffs. So that's the only thing I have props for. I mean, you could argue that the Warriors should have been knocked out by OKC. OKC was the better team, and yes, they came out as winners, even though they lost this game. Because if you look at it and to add in a little twist to what I was going to say was Westbrook played great, Durant played great if they just made smart decisions, because it looked like they were throwing the game just so Golden State can continue their historic ride, but they had history of their own. If they did knock out 265 plus win team, they were close to that. They were very close to knocking out 265 plus win team. The Thunder would have made history themselves. They could have entered the NBA Finals and with history too, making an even bigger accomplishment than what Cleveland did. So only having 2 losses, they could have swept 3 teams. Like, that would have been a great matchup, because you could have saw Dion Waiters against his former team, the Cavs, and right then and there, and then they could have had such a. So what I was trying to say then it would have been a great matchup either way. Warriors, they've been such an overhyped team. They're not overrated. They're just completely overhyped. I think Steve Kerr is doing a phenomenal job. Luke Walton probably did some of the work getting them to 24 wins, but I think it's Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and other players. Draymond Green's a good player, great role player, but I don't know how he would be if he was on a whole different team. I mean, I'll be intrigued if that did happen somewhere in the future. But one thing I could say is the whole team itself is great, but I think they just didn't play well. They took advantage of their mistakes, and they did dodge so many bullets to get them to the finals. But one thing I could say to that is the Cavaliers are a whole different animal. They're very good at attacking baskets, shooting, and Kevin Love, I think in Game 6, that's where he really showed up. Kevin Love really showed up. The Raptors did play well, but the Cavs just played a ton better. They played a lot better. They're a well-formulated team, and I think, they are the better team. And one thing I could say to that is, with Steve Kerr in the Golden State Warriors, I think Steve Kerr is a great coach. I think he's great, and even though the team is very flashy and they were so overhyped over the years, I think they do have talent. They have shooting talent, but if they can start using Andrew Bogut, because I don't see him do much. Like, he does rebound and stuff, but I don't see him get the ball as much and get shots. I see Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes, Iguodala, Curry, and Thompson. They're the ones that get the ball more, and they're the ones who do most of the scoring. Bogut is good for rebounding and stuff like that, but I like to see him show up a little bit more, get some blocks, and get some defensive instincts in there as well, and that way he can, play a good role in there as well. So if they could become a different team than how they were against OKC, where they were just when OKC was just forcing too many shots and getting all these misses, then they could probably, really explain why they were a 73 and 9 team, 73 wins, 9 loss team. And I could say that is, I think it's just for the history. So yes, it'll be hard. I'll be intrigued with how this series is going to turn out. I mean, it's great to see the rematch, because last year Golden State won because, the entire Cavaliers team was dropping like flies. So I did want Toronto to win the series, but I think I'm intrigued with how the Cavs are going to pull it in the finals. But they do deserve it too. LeBron deserves it. He's a great player. He's the best player in the NBA. I know that's debatable. He's very smart. He knows his instincts. So if he can continue to use the instincts he has in the past few playoff rounds, then I think he'll do great. I'll be looking forward to that. So I'll be excited about that. I'll be excited to how the team just pulls out. So yeah, it's gonna be great. So I'm looking forward to it. So for Golden State, if they could win, if they could win, that'll be great. Hopefully they use different three-dimensional. They have a great defense, which I'm impressed about. Their defense is good. Hopefully, some of the games in the series can have some great defensive games. Some defensive games. Hopefully, Kyrie Irving can match up against Curry well. And then Klay Thompson on J.R. Smith or Iman Shumpert. I don't know who's going to start, because those are like two good players. Like J.R. Smith or Shumpert became great, well facilitated by LeBron James. Because they struggled when they were on the Knicks. J.R. Smith was injured, and then he didn't play well with New York, and same thing with Iman. Then when they joined Cleveland, LeBron James, with LeBron James, they actually became well facilitated. So I'm impressed by that. That's what I gotta say to that. So I'm impressed with how the team is so well done, and they've been great to watch. So I'm enjoying it. J.R. Smith playing very well. So one thing I could say to that is I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how the series is going to pan out. And I think one thing you have to really look into, and I think that's a big thing, is how LeBron and Draymond are going to really match up, or Iguodala and LeBron. So hopefully the matchup goes great, and hopefully the showdown goes very awesome. And I could say it is a bummer OKC got knocked out of playoffs. They have a chance to make history. They were the better team than the Spurs, if you in playoff perspective. And then against Golden State, they were the better team. But it looked like OKC threw the game because they made too many forced shots. And if Russell Westbrook did exploit his strength by attacking the basket and Durant, taking smart shots, they probably would have won, because they have such a great team. And and I'll get to that later on in the next video. So that's just a little tangent, but for the most part, hopefully Golden State does really show up. They have the real Golden State show up and then put on a good win. But if Cleveland does win this series, I think they do earn it. I think it is about time Cleveland gets a championship after 5 decades. So we'll see how that pans out. So I'll be excited. LeBron James, you deserve it. As much as it is painful that you're making your 6th NBA Finals trip, you deserve it. You really earned it. Worked hard. I knew you were going to work hard, knock out Toronto. I knew Toronto was going to be a problem for Cleveland, and I was correct. Toronto was a problem for Cleveland. So I bet Cleveland was a problem for Toronto. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Like, Toronto was going to run into problems against Cleveland, but they did put on 2 wins against Cleveland. That's a little sign of progress, and they made the conference finals. We'll see how they pan out next year against a full strength Eastern Conference. And then for the Cavaliers, let's see how they pan out against the Warriors. I did want to see this matchup. It was either that or OKC in Toronto, or OKC in Cleveland, which I thought would be great. It could be the second straight finals in 4 years, first finals in 4 years. Who knows? So I'm looking forward to it. And Steve Kerr, great coach, smart coach. And I think this is a chance for him to get 2 championships, because I think he has like 4, so he can get a second championship as a coach. So learning a little bit from Phil Jackson. So he was on the 72-10 Bulls. So I'll make another video about that. The 73-9 Warriors against the 72-10 Bulls. I just want to see how the Warriors' full season runs out, because I don't want to jump into conclusions, and think they're going to become champions, because we got to see how the finals play out. So the journey's not over yet. So that's what I got to say to that. I'll catch you guys later, and I'll be watching the NBA Finals on Thursday. So peace out.